Welcome back, everyone. This is GTA Failure. In our last video, we completed the mission Badlands. Our only mission giver right now is represented by a question mark. As soon as we go to that question mark, we're going to get a cutscene mission given to us by Catalina. That mission is called First Date, and then we can choose one of 4 Catalina heist missions. The mission that we're going to tackle in this video is called Tanker Commander. Here at Prolapse, we're going to put on the dribbler's vest, the blue track pants, the blue high tops, and the green caps sideways. The Dribblers are the local professional basketball team in Los Santos, so presumably they're based on the Los Angeles Lakers, but the jersey sure looks an awful lot like the Chicago Bulls jersey. The wiki says that it's specifically the Bulls jersey from 1973 to 1984, and that makes sense to me. I remember in Michael Jordan's rookie year, his jersey looked an awful lot like the one CJ is wearing, and I think Jordan's rookie year was 1983 or 84.
Do you want some, fatso? You big stinky Yankee fish! I sing fucking unis with more balls than you! What the fuck did you want?
Nothing. I'm looking for a friend of mine's cousin, Mexican guy. He ain't here.
You? But Cesar said you was a real man.
Crazy. Lady, I'm a God-fearing, peace-loving man of the people.
Whatever, asshole. Let's go.
Damn, relax, baby.
Where's your car?
Where's yours?
Ladies don't drive themselves. That's what men are for.
Oh, my goodness. Thanks, Caesar. Appreciate this, homie.
Take a look at the minimap where we'll see $4 signs show up as Catalina names 4 starting mission locations.
So, what's your name? Where we going?
My name is Catalina, and we're gonna take this county for every stinking cent.
Okay, good plan, I guess.
You're damn straight it's a good plan. I've cased 4 soft targets. A liquor store in Blueberry, a bank in Palomino Creek, a gas station in Dillimore, and a betting shop in Montgomery.
Hold up. Which one first?
You're the driver, you dumb pig. You choose.
Let's go ahead and pull up the map, and we'll see all 4 of those dollar signs. We're going to start with the mission right here in Dillimore, but you can see the other 3 dollar signs are all in Red County, just a bit north of where we are here. Here's a little more dialogue with the always charming and carefree Catalina.
You pretty high-strung, huh, lady?
Yeah, and what are you? Some laid-back gangbanger dude?
I keep myself to myself. That's my style.
Cesar says you got a brother in jail, another brother dead, a mother just killed, and you got a bad cop on your case.
I ain't listening to you.
You think that is keeping yourself to yourself, eh, amigo? Real cool.
Marat!
You're just an idiota.
And you're real charming, a proper lady.
And now finally, we start the mission proper, Tanker Commander.
Hand over the tankings or I blow your fucking balls off.
This here is bulletproof glass, so you can just fuck off, bitch, before I call the sheriff.
What are you doing, son? Just give her the cash.
Suit yourself, maricon. Change of plan, Carl. We're taking the tanker.
Hey, what you doing?
What we're doing is stealing a tanker full of gasoline, and we're going to sell it to Mr. Whitaker. Get into the cab, and then we get instructions about looking behind, because we're supposed to pick up that tanker right there. It says Zoomer on it. That's the name of a gas station we've seen in a few places here in the state of San
I
Andreas.
ain't losing another crappy job because of some crazy bitch. Come on, Derek, we're gonna stop those bastards.
Do I have to?
Drive! I know a guy who'll pay for this rig and its cargo.
Drive the rig out to Catalina's fire. Be careful not to disconnect the trailer. If you do disconnect the trailer, it's an instant mission fail. You don't get a chance to reconnect.
Steady, steady.
This ain't my fight.
We're being chased by 2 guys in a car. The one with the gun is quite eager, and the driver is a little bit less excited to be involved in this chase.
Get ahead of them.
We'll get ourselves killed.
You can see the health bar in the top right. That's the health bar for the tanker, and if it goes to 0, you fail the mission. Whoa, careful there, failure.
Keep up with them.
This ain't my fight.
The 2 chasing guys are not really that much of a threat. Really, I have to assume the most common fail state is accidentally detaching the tanker. Look out. Just a little bit ahead here, and then we will get a kaboom. These 2 guys are not going to have a good time when they accidentally crash their car into the gas station pumps. I said they weren't going to have a good time, but watching this again, actually, they both survive. It's sort of an odd detail that it was programmed in. I'll show it to you here in slow motion, but there they are, right? You see the 2 guys running to the right. Those are the 2 chasing guys, and they are doing just fine.
Hello, Mr. Whitaker.
Catalina, what have you brought me today?
A rig and tanker, full to the brim with premium gas.
Never seen it, never saw you, never gave you this wad of cash.
Nice not doing business.
Likewise. Now get out of here before the cops come snooping. If you ever want to run some freight for me, just drop in. I've always got shit to move.
Goodbye.
Later, Catalina. It was a pleasure. Passing this mission awards $5,000. It unlocks the trucking side mission. There are 8 different trucking side missions to do. Passing this mission unlocks the first 6 of those 8. And also, we will take a post-mission phone call later in this video, which will unlock our next mission giver. That's the truth. Now we move on to fail states and quirks. The cutscene mission at the start here is called First Date. If Catalina dies before you walk into any of those 4 dollar signs on the minimap, then you fail, and you have to do First Date again. Now we're going to go ahead and skip ahead to the part where the dollar signs go on the map, and you're going to see that the red starting mission marker shows up at the same time the dollar sign shows up on the minimap. So we'll walk into the red marker, which will start Tanker Commander. We'll skip this cutscene, and then we will kill Catalina again, and it's still a fail state. It still says exactly the same thing, but technically those are 2 different fail states, right? Because we did one of them on the mission First Date, and the other one on the mission Tanker Commander. Our next fail state is for destroying the cab, and you're going to see that at the moment we fail for destroying the cab, Catalina is going to disappear, and that seems like a small price to pay to make Catalina disappear. Next, I'll show you how easy it is to accidentally detach the tanker from the back of your cab.
I don't love you no more. I cannot love a stupid man.
Mission failed, the tanker disconnected. On the plus side, Catalina doesn't love us anymore, so that's at least a consolation prize. In the next fail state, I intended to bash the tanker into a lot of walls and buildings just to get the health down to 0 and see what the fail state was, and then accidentally drove here, and holy shitballs, that actually made me jump when I was recording the footage. Kind of forgot that blowing up when you drive into gas pumps was a thing, and I was hoping when the health went down to 0, there'd be like some massive explosion, right? Because that tanker is full of gasoline, but it was kind of lame. It just caught fire, and then we're waiting for the mission fail. Didn't even blow up the cab of the truck. Lame. The tanker was destroyed. In this next attempt, look at those parking spaces top left. They're all empty. That's going to change as soon as we start this mission. You're going to see that there's a Saber parked in one of those no longer empty spots. We're done with fail states, and we're moving on to unique vehicles. In this mission, Tanker Commander Gang, there's not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 unique vehicles. It's a bonanza. We're going to get 3 of them. Actually, all 4 of them are pretty straightforward, but one of them is really kind of like tedious and time-consuming to get, and I kept fucking it up, and I got tired of doing attempts at getting that one vehicle. So we're going to get 3 out of 4, starting with that all-proof Saber. That's the one that's in the parking spot. So we're going to drive this tractor right back over to where the Saber is located. And as we go to try to pick up the Saber, because the tractor has like, I don't know, some mechanism in the back of it that allows you to tow vehicles. I'm going to show you that this Saber is not towable at the moment because the mission is still active. So you can see that little device sticking out the back of the trailer. I can move it up and down. I think it's 8 and 2 on the number pad. And you'll see that it just goes right through the car. I can't do anything with the Saber while the mission is active. So, yeah, you see it going up and down right through the hood of the Saber. So we need to fail the mission, but we need to make sure that we fail it and we're still close to that Saber so the Saber doesn't despawn and leave memory. So we're just going to drive our cab a little bit closer to the Saber. And then for science, Catalina is going to have to fight it. So let's pull right around here. And then Catalina's out. We've already seen this fail state before. Sorry, girlfriend. Have some of that. Bam. Catalina didn't make it. But it was a sacrifice for the cause. And now you can see that this Saber is all of a sudden towable. So let's go ahead and skip the drive of putting it into that garage, same place where I had this tractor in the first place. And once that garage door closes on our Saber, then finally the Saber will be enterable. It's been locked this whole time. So I skipped ahead a little bit, but anyway, I've saved the game with the Saber in that garage. And now you're seeing that the Saber is collision proof, or maybe it's called damage proof. Like you don't see any damage on the vehicle from running into buildings or walls or anything like that. CJ, on the other hand, does take damage when cars smack into him. This Saber is also bulletproof. That's pretty sweet. It is also fireproof. Get some, Saber. And we'll also see that it's explosion-proof. I think I'm going to throw a grenade at this thing in a moment. Oh, we got an officer here who wants to join our little fire party. Hope he brought some s'mores. And I didn't test this, but I'm pretty sure the Saber is also melee-proof. Like normally if you chainsaw a car door, it'll come right off, but not on this one. It is all-proof, and it is ours. Now we move on to our next unique vehicle, and again, Catalina is going to have to eat it. Sorry, girlfriend. I feel like she's going to take all of these deaths out on CJ in some coming cutscene in her bedroom. All right, let's go ahead and store this thing in our garage over by the beach. We'll skip that drive over there. It was uneventful. I think I was calling the tanker the thing that had the gasoline in it, but actually that's the tanker trailer with the gasoline in it. This thing right here that we just parked, that is called the tanker. So let's go ahead and save our game real quick right here. And then we will pull the tanker back out of that garage and we will show you. Actually, I don't even think we're going to pull it out. We'll just shoot it right in here and we will see that this thing is indeed bulletproof. That's 2 of 4 unique vehicles in the mission Tanker Commander. Giddy up. Now we move on to my challenge for this mission, and that's to pass this mission with 4 stars. So here you'll see that I am going to try to get 4 stars before starting the cutscene mission First Date. I don't know why I'm opposed to using a cheat code to give myself 4 stars. I mean, I use the double speed cheat code all the time. I use like a flying cars cheat code off video all the time. I've used the jetpack code plenty of times. But anyway, I'm going to get my 4 stars the old-fashioned way. In the meantime, let me say that, again, we've already gotten 2 of the 4 unique vehicles from this mission. The 4th unique vehicle, the last one that we're actually going to get, is one that you get right after you pass the mission. So we'll get that right after we complete our challenge here. And the 3rd unique vehicle is the one that I failed to get. Again, it's not very difficult. I'll explain it here. It's the tanker trailer itself, the thing that's filled with gasoline. It turns out that thing is bulletproof after you fail the mission, but you got to store it in a garage before you fail the mission, and it's very difficult to store this thing in a garage. In fact, one of the websites I use for unique vehicles says that you can't store it in any garage that you have access to. But I mentioned a YouTuber in the last video, Jam8Tone, who made a really great collection of videos up on YouTube about collecting all the special vehicles, and he actually showed a way to get that massive tanker trailer. I've mentioned that you can use the garage over in Doherty in the middle of San Fierro, even though we haven't yet been given access to purchase that safe house. And that garage technically is just barely big enough to take the tanker trailer itself. You got to jam it in there at an angle, and it barely fits, like it's kind of sticking out a little bit, but you can get it in there. And I did, except you have to make sure you don't fail the mission until after you've jammed the thing in there. And I accidentally failed the mission right before jamming it in there. Like, Catalina got out of the vehicle and got run over like an idiot. And I just got tired of doing that long drive over to San Fierro with all of these mission attempts. Anyway, it's bulletproof. There isn't a whole heck of a lot you can do with it, but it is possible to get it. And you can go check out Jam8Tone's video on that vehicle if you want to see it gotten. It's time for a GTA failure compilation. So there we lost the tanker trailer, and the next clip, one of the cop cars is going to drive into the gas pump, and it's going to blow up, and we're going to get caught in the explosion. Here, we're going to get busted, leave me alone. There was a motorcycle in the way. I couldn't go forward, gang. It's not my fault. All right, and then here, I don't know. I was just being stupid. I thought that on the passenger side I couldn't get busted, but that was a myth. I don't know where I came up with that. And then here, again, we're going to get the thing disconnected. All right, but gang, this next clip, this is the one we had it. Look at that copper. Whee! Okay, so take a look very carefully. So in order to get the last unique vehicle, we have to pass the mission, but first we have to destroy this guy right here. We have to blow that car up. So look, you see Catalina in the cab of this truck, right? She is clearly sitting in the cab of the truck. I'm going to drive away, and she hops out. What the hell? We had this, gang. If she had just stayed put, we would have driven right to the red marker, like that yellow triangle there, but then it disappears, and I was like, wait, Catalina's not in the vehicle? I didn't realize that she had hopped out. And so I'm going to put this in fast forward, like a quadruple speed here. I'm just going to run up instead of taking the truck up there. I thought for sure it would get disconnected. And then that enforcer, what an asshole. He just ran me over, and then I did this kind of like drowning thing. I was just stuck, gang. He didn't move, and I couldn't move. And the help is just slowly leaving CJ, and my patience for this stupid fucking challenge is leaving me. All right, here we go. Last attempt, final attempt at the 4-star challenge. We'll show it to you in its entirety. In the meantime, we can go ahead and do some reading from the wiki. So first of all, this is our introduction to Caesar's cousin Catalina. And if you played GTA 3, then you have a lot of familiarity with Catalina, because this Catalina here is exactly the same Catalina from GTA 3, the primary antagonist. Catalina in GTA 3 appeared in the opening cutscene of that game. She appears in the final story mission of the game. Her death is the end of the story missions in GTA 3. We're going to have more to say about Catalina, and I'll actually play you some footage from GTA 3 showing you Catalina in that game and comparing her to the Catalina we see in this game, but we're not going to do it in this video because actually the protagonist from GTA 3, Claude, is also going to make an appearance here in San Andreas. So we'll hold off on showing the GTA 3 footage for a future video. I mentioned that Catalina has 4 heist missions, and we chose to do Tanker Commander first. The wiki points out that the collection of 4 heist missions mirrors that of real-life Bonnie and Clyde. Reading from Wikipedia, Bonnie Elizabeth Parker and Clyde Chestnut Barrow were American outlaws who traveled the central United States with their gang during the Great Depression, committing a series of criminal acts such as bank robberies, kidnappings, and murders between 1932 and 1934. The couple were known for their bank robberies and multiple murders, although they preferred to rob small stores or rural gas stations, just like we did here in Tanker Commander. The 1967 film Bonnie and Clyde, starring Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway in the title roles, was a critical and commercial success. The 2019 Netflix film The Highwaymen depicted their manhunt from the point of view of the pursuing lawmen. Bonnie and Clyde were killed in a shootout at the ages of 23 and 25, respectively. Taking another look at the cutscene mission First Date, we're going to hear Catalina use the word eunuch. From Wikipedia, a eunuch is a male who has been castrated.
You want some fatso? You big sticky khaki fish? I seen fucking eunuchs with more balls than you.
Here you'll see several Confederate flags, and there's also a Confederate flag in the gas station that we're going to rob in this mission. We'll also learn that CJ is religious. He's God-fearing, and I don't think we knew that before this cutscene.
Lady, I'm a God-fearing, peace-loving man of the people.
Moving on to the cutscene for Tanker Commander, Catalina continues to be interested in testicles.
I know where the takings are. I blow your fucking balls off.
On the bottom, we see Max Payne, and Payne, P-A-N-E, is just a sheet of glass, but clearly a reference to the Rockstar game Max Payne, spelled P-A-Y-N-E.
Shoot yourself, maricon.
Catalina just called the worker maricon, which I think translates to motherfucker. At least that's what I heard many years ago. If you're a native Spanish speaker, let us know if there's a better translation for that word. Okay, back to our attempt here at passing this mission with 4 stars. Reading from the wiki, in the beta version of San Andreas, the trucking missions would not be unlocked after the mission Tanker Commander like they are here. Instead, they were originally going to be unlocked after you completed the mission Hijack. We haven't done that one yet. Here's something from the wiki that I wasn't able to confirm in my own attempts. In the beginning of this mission, when CJ and Catalina run to the truck to steal it, instead run towards Catalina and she'll stay where she is and start shooting at CJ. This will automatically fix itself if Carl gets at the tanker as usual and attaches the trailer. So I tried, never got that to happen in my version of the game. If the player manages to enter the gas station interior and kill both employees, entering the tanker, that's the truck that we drive, will cause the game to crash or become a black screen because the game gets confused about the situation. I don't know how to enter the gas station interior. Let us know in the comments if you have ideas on this. Like I mentioned, to get the 4th and final unique vehicle, you have to pass the mission, but first you have to destroy that chasing vehicle, so that's what we did right there. And all that's left to do is hop in the truck here and drive it into the marker, as long as you don't get smushed. Having flashbacks of getting drowned by that enforcer. That was terrible. Okay, so we'll get into the cab. For some reason, Catalina is right outside of the cab. Get in, please. Get in, get in, get in. Don't want to fail another late attempt because of your stupid shenanigans. Hop in, please. Don't want to get busted either. It's going to be pretty funny here with this cutscene with Mr. Whitaker, where he's going to talk about how, he's not giving us cash and we didn't drop off a full tanker of gasoline and, get out of here before the cops come around. But the cops are here, right? We had 4 stars, so they're just waltzing through this deal that's not supposed to be taking place. Nothing to see here, officers. No snooping necessary. Everything is above board. All right, so that is challenge passed, mission passed. See ya, Catalina. So we don't get to do any more of the Catalina heists until we do the One Truth mission, which again will be unlocked once we take a phone call, which is going to happen momentarily here in this video. But before we do that, we got to grab the 4th unique vehicle. It is this Saddler right here, and it is all proof. Hallelujah, that's pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and drive this thing all the way up to one of our few remaining garages with some garage space in it. Specifically, we're going to drop this thing in our empty garage here in Palomino Creek. So before we show you the proofness, we are going to take this phone call from the Truth, which will unlock our next available story mission.
Yeah.
Carl,
Who is this?
you know me. This is the truth.
No, I don't.
Perfection. They said you were a moron.
Who?
Okay, you can drop the act now, kid.
You the police?
No, we have a mutual friend and business partner.
We do? Who?
Yes. Have you killed any cops lately?
Oh, man, Tenpenny. I should have known. That asshole.
So I've got a room at a motel in Angel Pine. Make sure nobody follows you.
And with that phone call, you look at the minimap and see a new starting mission icon. I'm a math guy, and when I played this game first, 10, 12 years ago, I thought that was the letter pi, 3.14, like it looks like a capital pi. But now that I'm a little bit wiser, I actually think that that symbol is two capital T's smushed next to each other, standing for the truth. But seriously, I did not make that connection until the year 2025. All right, so we've saved our game, and this all-proof saddler is safely stored in that garage. And now we're just going to show you the proofs that it has. So it is bulletproof, it is fireproof. I think we've got a grenade for it in our back pocket. There it is. We get some saddler. It is explosion-proof, and it's also melee-proof. So I think I've got a chainsaw. Yeah, we're going to try to chainsaw this thing, and it should get damaged, right? Like the door should pop right off. I'll show you on the police car that the door pops right off. But this saddler is melee proof, and we'll hop in here and also show you that it is damage proof. So you can have all these collisions, and the saddler does not show any signs of damage, which is really cool. So that's two all-proof vehicles in this one mission. Good stuff. So if you have any memories about the mission Tanker Commander that you would like to share, feel free to throw them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you real soon.